Well, hello, Sagittarius. This is my World Tarot coming at you. I'm sorry, I still got a little bit of ice stuff going on, so I have the light off. I was looking over my notes yesterday, and I noticed, I did everybody a general reading, more or less. The only reading I did on Sagittarius yesterday was something to do with Aries. So I'd like to get a general reading out to you. I felt kind of bad. I apologize. Please hit that like and that subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it gets my readings out there. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. I just love you guys and sending out a lot of positive energy your way. So leave me a comment and let me know how you celebrated that new moon, or if things are different for you today. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because you don't want to carry someone else's stuff with you. Okay, so we're concentrating on Sagittarius today. Let's see. Okay, Sagittarius. In your recent past, you've had some losses, some disappointments. Had something to do with manipulation. You felt like you were working very hard, but whatever it was a burden. Something had burdened you. It was a burden on you. It was very painful. So it was heartbreaking. There's a lot of grief involved with it. Maybe it was a lost loved one, because I'm not really getting an energy of anybody in particular, particular, like a relationship. So I'm thinking you've had a loss lately. Yeah, and it looks like a loss that you were kind of prepared for. You're making preparations for. Sorry about that, Sagittarius. Here in the present, though, you're feeling some frustrations. You're holding off on a few things, and it could be because of this loss. It's been challenging, but you've been persevering through it. People from your church or your religious beliefs, people have been coming together. Whatever your traditions and your beliefs are, with people in that community have been coming together to support you in this time. It's showing right now in the present. So there's been a little bit of lack of focus on goals, and which is natural if you've had a loss. You've got some conflict avoidance going on, which just means that maybe people are saying, just get back out there. Just, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Well, everybody grieves in different ways. So when you feel comfortable, Sagittarius, that's when it's time, okay? Don't let nobody rush you. Because the grieving process is different for everybody, okay? And we all go through stages. So whatever you need to do to deal with it, please do, okay? Whatever. As long as it doesn't harm anybody else or yourself, go through those steps, okay? And I'm sending out so much love and abundance of positive energy and stuff to you, and, I just want you to get through it naturally. Yeah. So, also there's been some, a little bit of self-doubt and refusal of self-examination, which is, again, normal at this time if you've had a loss, okay? Here in the near future, you're going to get organized. It shows that you're going to get perspective. You're going to get things back in order. See that? So, just go through your grieving process. Also, here in the near future, you're going to have control, and you're going to get your flexibility back and everything. Although there is going to be some problems around greed and materialistic stuff. So I don't know. That could be a will being read, or people fighting over some properties or something like that. That's here in the near future. So, it causes you a little bit of temporary depression and stuff, having to go through that. Yeah. It's a breakdown in communication and transitions that here in the near future that you're going to be going through. And, if it is like a major loss, it's part of the grieving process. Of course, you're not gonna, feel like talking to people or something. This can also mean that there's just fighting over property. Okay, could be siblings fighting over parent died, or it could be, kids, or you know how that goes. I'm not even gonna go there. Okay, because there's some in every family, and I've got two. So, it is what it is. You just got to love them for who they are. And just kind of take a step back there, Sagittarius. Go have a cup of tea in your room. Just shut and lock your door if you have to. And just meditate or relax and rest. And just clear your mind of, light a candle, read a book, something to give you your alone time. Okay, so you can get focused back on what you need to get focused on. You feel like there's just been a string of, here in the recent past, a string of some bad luck, negative external forces, things are out of control, and that has to do with the loss, absolutely. But here in the present, you do have love around you. There is compassion and love around you, and that comes from whatever your traditional beliefs are, or if you go to church, that religious community is around you. So that's where that's coming from. So you just feel like there's an imbalance and lack of harmony here in the near future, and that comes along with all the chaos around, maybe a will reading, okay? Or whatever that situation may be. That's what I'm getting from it. You feel like that there was maybe a little bit of lack of planning and foresight when it did come to the loss. Maybe you knew it was coming, but you didn't really plan things as well as you should have, or thought that other stuff wouldn't be happening afterwards, okay? You're soul searching right now. You just wanting to be alone and listen to and letting your inner guidance guide you. It's your time. Like, you need to grieve, and that when someone passes or we lose someone we love very much, we always look within and we're like, man, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have said this. So it's a stage you go through. It's grieving. Do what you got to do. Okay. In the near future, there's a little bit of recklessness and risk taking going on, okay? Maybe you're just like, I know after we had in my family 2 major losses within 10 days, like major losses within 10 days apart. And I know after that, I sure did do some risk taking and stuff, because you feel like, you realize that you're only here for a short time. It might seem like a long time, but it and so you just want to get done everything that's on your bucket list, and you just want to get through it, and that was my risk taking, and it was foolish of me to do that, because especially at my age, why am I jumping out of airplanes and stuff at my age? If and that was one of the things I wanted to do. I didn't do it because I got to that point where I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I should have done this when I was in my 20s, but so I was doing some risk-taking stuff. So in the recent past, you feel like there was some emotional manipulations going on, some moodiness, and that has to do, again, with, that loss. But here in the present, you got a lot of anxiety and a lot of fears, okay? It's natural. Coming into the future, though, with those fears, if you're not in a relationship, you're going to meet somebody, okay? And they are going to bring some passion to your life. It looks like, and I'm getting like a Leo Cancer energy on this. So it looks like, it's going to be good energy, you're going to start feeling a little better. Yeah, because it's gonna make you feel like, you've had some breakthrough, some mental clarities going on. Yeah, that's in the near future. But, still right now you're feeling a little disorganized, a little bit, sorry, of financial disarray, and that has to, it could totally be with the loss that you've had. You're on edge. You're very defensive right now. You feel like there's some hidden agendas going on. You need to listen to your inner voice. If you feel like, okay, like a reading of the will, or maybe a person didn't have a will, and you've got people fighting over stuff, you need to kind of listen to your innards about, hey, because 9 out of 10 times your intuition is right, okay? So listen to that and let that guide you. Meditate on it. You've got some impulsiveness, haste, high expectations of something, and I'm assuming it's going to be around, when people have got these hidden, or hiding stuff from you, and you had high expectations, like, okay, I'm going to let them handle it, but, it's not working out. You're just kind of being aloof, and it's going to go into the near future. Yeah. You feel like, there's some deception going on. There's some betrayal. You feel like people are getting away with stuff. So, listen to your inner voice there, and, do what you got to do. I'm going to see what they're trying to hide from you here, Sagittarius. What are people around Sagittarius trying to hide in this situation, Spirit? Let's see what's going on. And maybe there's stuff you can look out for and see, This isn't going to resonate to everybody, so, okay. Okay, so it has to do with some money and some personal belongings. Something to do, maybe some property, because the nature card came up. So, and it has to do with something around, I'm thinking something to do maybe around some property or some pentacles, some money stuff is what they are trying to betray you on. But you've got some decisions you need to make and some discoveries of that, okay? Yes. And, you're going to be a little bit on edge and defensive about it, but don't get too unrealistic about it, okay? Don't be unrealistic about it. Like, let's say you're arguing over property or something, and they say, well, it's a big lot, like, there's 15 acres. Don't be unrealistic and say, well, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, and this is just an example, okay? Just an example. Give them 2 acres. Say, here's 2 acres, and they'll leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Don't be unrealistic when it comes to stuff. Listen to what they have to say. You're just kind of you're going to be feeling a little stuck in the situation, and like it's never going to end. This is never going to end, but it's going to pass. Okay, let's get some advice from Spirit on this. Sorry about your loss there, Sagittarius. It's hard. It's very hard. And you get to a certain age, people it seems like you're losing more and more, people around you. But then, if you're older, you gotta realize, it's a part of life. The one guarantee we have in life, we are born to die. We are born to go to the spirit world. That's the only guarantee. What we do in between is on us. What paths we take and what lessons we learn are on us to take with us. So, yeah, I mean, that's harsh, but that's the truth of it. It's the only guarantee we have. Only. Okay, so, Spirit, it says healer, okay? First card came up, it says, you have the spiritual gift of healing and desire to share it with others. So, wear a crystal around your neck, or amethyst works good too. Just any, help those around you to heal, because they are also going through it. So, just be strong for them too. Have your grieving moments. Have your grief. You've got to go through it. But remember that there's you guys can share it together, okay? Because it's a loss for all. Okay, so that's I think what Spirit's meaning for that. And it says protected. Your protection card came up. It says you are safe and supported while you change your life, while your life's going down this path is what that means. You're protected. And then it says writing. So you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So, start writing a journal. Write down those memories. Write down those things that you're going through. And maybe in the future, when it's your time, or, you can give somebody some advice. Say, hey, look, this is what I went through. Read what I went through and how I got through it. And, the steps that you went through. So, that it helps maybe the next generation. So there it is there, Sagittarius, and I'm sending you out abundance of love and good energy, and lots of hugs and kisses, mwah, 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 mwah. And this is My World Tarot, and I'll see you, Sagittarius, at the next reading.